The return to Washington. The government shutdown is over, and the House of Representatives is heading back to D.C. But this time, the halls of power buzz with a different kind of tension. Not over spending bills, but over secrets. Files locked away for decades, tied to Jeffrey Epstein, could finally see daylight. It's called the Epstein Files Transparency Act, and it's setting off alarms in every corner of Capitol Hill. Luke 12:2. There is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. The bill that shakes the powerful, introduced by Republican Thomas Massie and Democrat Ro Khanna, the bill demands that the Department of Justice release all unclassified Epstein-related records, including flight logs, travel manifests, and names long whispered in the shadows.
Massie says, if transparency scares them, they shouldn't be in government.
Khanna adds, this isn't about politics, it's about the public's right to truth.
And for once, left and right agree on something that actually matters. John 3:20-21. Everyone who does evil hates the light, but whoever lives by the truth comes into the light. The roadblocks. But truth has enemies. Speaker Mike Johnson, under pressure from party leaders, has delayed floor votes while the discharge petition gathers signatures. 218 are needed to force a vote, and insiders say they're just shy of the mark. Some say the delay protects a due process, others say it protects names. Either way, the silence of the powerful speaks louder than words. Ephesians 5:11. Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. What's at stake? If the vote passes, the Epstein records would be released within 90 days, unredacted. Flight logs, visitor logs, communications, everything. That means accountability, embarrassment, and maybe even justice. If it fails, the cover-up continues. And America learns once again that some people really are above the law. Proverbs 28:13. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy. The deeper meaning. This isn't just about one man or one scandal. It's about whether truth still has a place in government, whether light can still pierce the marble walls of power, and whether the people, you and I, still care enough to demand it. Because corruption doesn't die in darkness. It thrives there. And every generation must choose comfort in ignorance or courage in truth. Amos 5:24. But let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. If you believe truth matters, share this. If you believe truth matters, share this. Subscribe, comment, and keep the conversation alive. Because when citizens stop demanding light, darkness becomes law. And history's warning is clear. Those who bury the truth eventually get buried by it. Matthew 10:27. What I tell you in the dark, speak in the light. What you hear whispered, proclaim on the housetops.
Meanwhile, off the coast of Florida, Hurricane Jeffrey has been forming over the past couple of years. It has moved up the East Coast and is parked as a Cat 4 in the Chesapeake Bay. It's expected to be a direct hit on the White House in September.
From the sunny shores of Palm Beach, Florida, a storm begins to swirl. But this isn't just any storm. This is Hurricane Jeffrey, a tempest tearing its way up the East Coast, carrying with it not only wind and rain, but whispers of scandal, secrets, and long-buried files. By the time it reaches Washington, D.C., the whole nation is watching. Palm Beach origins. In Palm Beach, Jeffrey is born. Not in the clouds, but in the shadows, where the Epstein conservation begins. Powerful friends, mysterious money, and mansions by the sea. Just like a storm gathering heat over warm waters, Jeffrey's influence grew stronger with each passing year. Luke chapter 12 verse 2 reminds us, there is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. Stay until the end for more info. As Jeffrey drifts northward, he picks up power. New York, Philadelphia, and the financial corridors feel the winds. Deals in the dark, whispers in high society. This hurricane isn't fueled by weather, but by wealth and secrecy. Proverbs chapter 15 verse 27 warns, whoever is greedy for unjust gain troubles his own household. And trouble was brewing. The Washington landfall. Then comes the landfall. Washington, D.C. The eye of the storm is calm, but all around it is chaos. The Epstein files, once sealed tight, begin to leak. Like storm surge breaking through the walls, the details flood into the public square. Names, dates, conversations, secrets powerful enough to shake the pillars of power. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 14 declares, "For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it is good or evil." The file release. The file release was the breaking point. Thousands of pages, each one like lightning splitting the sky. Some saw justice, others saw conspiracy, but everyone knew. The storm had reached its peak. Mark chapter 4 verse 22 echoes, "For whatever is hidden is meant to be disclosed, and whatever is concealed is meant to be brought out into the open." The aftermath? And then, the aftermath. The winds die down, the waters recede, but the debris remains. Reputations shattered, institutions shaken, trust eroded. Like any great storm, Hurricane Jeffrey leaves behind a new landscape. One where nothing looks the same. Galatians chapter 6 verse 7 reminds us, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." Hurricane Jeffrey may have begun in Palm Beach, but its path carved through the whole East Coast, from the mansion gates to the marble halls of DC Storm's End. Files are released, but truth never dies. The only question is, will we face it, or keep rebuilding on sand? Subscribe for more insight.